I hear good points. Good points. Itunde, I know you got a different point of view. Talk to us, man.
I do. I do. I have been, and so every week it seems like I have a different opinion on Haley and Jacob. And the reason why I have a different opinion on them as a couple is because both of them are wrong. Both of them have done several things that are wrong.
I hear that.
But I can understand Haley. We are watching a TV show with backing tracks, right? But let me paint a picture for the women out there. Imagine you meet a man that you're not attracted to. You drink alcohol, which in most states, being intimate with somebody while drunk is illegal. Not illegal for that person. You can be accused. Did you guys freeze? Okay. Kojo, you look frozen. But you can't be accused of doing all types of things, right, with the alcohol. But she used alcohol, she let her guards down, she slept with him. Next day she realized she just was not interested. She might have been repulsed to a certain extent on some level, feeling like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I give my body to this man that I'm not interested in? Now, as much as she says she holds hands for regular people, you know a guy really likes you and you're married to him. You don't like him. Holding his hand might lead him on to a certain extent, especially at a point where you're not feeling interested. Said guy that you're not really that interested in constantly gives these little sarcastic jokes that could go either way. We're watching these jokes on TV with the backing track letting us know that they're funny. But in the moment, with somebody you're not interested in and somebody you might be feeling like, oh my God, why did I do that? You might even be a little self loathing about what you did. All this is happening on a TV show and people are pumping things into your head. I understand at points why Haley deals with things the way she deals with them. I also understand. Oh, also said man, within a couple of days after you slept with him, got very loud with you. That is another thing. Whether she was lying or not, getting loud with somebody that you barely know, that can go either way. So as much as Jacob has a reason to feel the way he feels, Haley also has a reason to feel the way she feels. As far as Kevin Frazier on the show, he was giving me a lot of Jerry Springer realness, and that was even beyond the interaction with this couple. He was like, he was too into the drama. Like he felt too involved in the drama and he didn't feel like an interviewer or an observer asking questions on the drama. He felt invested in a way I haven't seen him invested, and I've watched a few of the Maps reunions. So that like I don't necessarily think Kevin was right for that whole thing, but then I don't think Kevin was right for that line of questioning and the way he was hammering in on Jake. He probably could have been more balanced, but I think both of them are wrong as two left shoes. Haley's wrong, Jake's wrong, and they were wrong together. And I guess it's my last point on this. Never in life will we tell a man to try to be attracted to someone they're not attracted to. Like we consistently don't say it. People have been defending Chris's right for weeks to not be attracted to Pay. Well, he's not attracted. He can't help it. He likes what he likes. Every week I hear that conversation everywhere in the world. Now, when it's Haley, well, you should have tried. Jamie tried. She should try. No, if Haley's not attracted, she doesn't have to try to be attracted. She can try to not be attracted and choose to leave the relationship. The major fault I will give her is early on knowing that she should have told the show and just stopped doing the process. But that wouldn't have been good because then you would have had two couples that stopped the process. But ultimately, they are both wrong and they're both right, and I'm okay with saying that.
Mm. Let me just add. Obviously, maybe on Reddit they told. My mic went out there. Apologies. Due to the point of her not being attracted to Jacob, she then became mean. So even defending Chris's right to be not to be attracted to Paige, I agree with it. And I agree with Hayley's right not to be attracted to Jacob as well. She can not. We never argued about her not having the right to be unattractive. What we're talking about is the madness of the fact that she actually thought that at the point where she could sleep with a guy, I would get drunk, sleep with a guy. And then that might magically make something happen. And you said you tried everything in 3 days, and I'm like, sis, where is the trying? After that, we saw all the behaviors we saw after. We didn't see trying. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not saying she didn't have the right to be unattractive. We never said that. Women and men both have the right not to be attracted to somebody. But how are you going to behave after? We've seen previous couples. If you don't find them attractive and you can't make it work, you leave. You leave. And when you then decide to be manipulative, like Zach was with Mindy, I think it was 2 seasons ago, we're gonna get on your neck, Zach. Because if you said you're unattractive, why are you still trying to draw this woman back in? Same thing with Hayley. If you know you're not attracted, don't pretend as if, oh, I was trying. You weren't trying, right? And I'll be honest with you, if it was the other way round now, and Jacob was like, I don't want you to touch me, and he made her feel like it was disgusting that he should touch her, that she touched him, would be an uproar, mate. But this man is so insensitive to this woman. Rare. So again, I'm not even making that point. I'm not even making a man versus woman point. I'm making a point of she just was mean and cold-hearted, and she just didn't need to do that. You don't have to stay together. You know that for what we've been told, you don't have to stay together. Like, if you can still film separately and not break your contract, that's the same thing with Paige. You don't have to be together for your contract. Not, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be together. Zach and Millen did it last 2 seasons ago. We've seen Brandon and Taylor do the exact same thing as well. Okay, we had a little bit of Michael Mecca do the same thing. We had to separate towards the end. Couples do it all the time. There is no reason for you to stay together because it's not in your contract to. What's in your contract is it going to still film. That's it. You know, Brett did it to Olivia last season. My guy took his stuff from the cupboard and went. He was so petty, he took everything from the cupboard. If he wanted to, he would have taken the cupboard with him. Yeah, he took everything and went home because he could, right? So I think with Hayley, I hear part of what you're saying. Like, it is difficult for Hayley to make it work. I've got no beef for that. Just be honest. Don't lie to us and be like, I tried and, you know, I was trying to make it work with him. No, you weren't. Sis, you weren't. But Nikki, go on, Nikki. Sorry, go on, Nikki.
Still muted. Okay. Yeah, I was basically going to say the same thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with not being attracted to someone, but it's how you treat them. You don't have to be attracted to someone to treat them with kindness, to be, civil. Like, I think it was Linda who said that they could have had a friendship, but a perfect example of her being mean was when Kevin brought up when all the couples ended up at the bar in Vegas, and it was supposed to be a girls' night, but I think Eric basically invited himself, and then Clara texted Ryan and said, "Hey, Eric is here. Do you want to come too?" And that just started. She's the only one that did not invite her husband. She didn't have to even invite him as a husband, but the whole group is there. And you don't even think, well, hey, let me invite Jacob and we can just all have a good time. No one was asking her to be alone with him. It was going to be a group thing. She didn't even have to have a one-on-one conversation with him. It was a group thing. And she chose to not invite him. And if I don't know how anyone else would have reacted to that, but that's really mean and that's hurtful. And I can understand his resentment. And that's why he kept calling her a liar, because she just wasn't honest about it. And he kept saying, she's disgusted by me. She doesn't like me. And instead of just saying, other than the fact that she wasn't attracted, instead of just saying, you know what, you're right, there really isn't anything here. I tried by having sex, which I don't think that was a try. I mean, if that's, people who are not attracted to each other have sex all the time. So it's not like them being unattracted and having sex was a major try. It happens all the time. That's not, she doesn't get a gold star for that from me anyway. But she was just mean. She could have sent the text and invited him. In fact, that's what Jacob said. He said that that's what I expected her to do, exactly what Clara did. Clara had the sense, every other wife there had the sense and had the know, all the common sense, I guess, to invite their men when they found out it was turning into a group thing. So why not her? Because she really didn't want him there. And instead of just saying that, and I'm sure he can take it because that's all he wants. He's blunt himself. So if she had said that, I just didn't want you there. I didn't feel comfortable around you. He would have appreciated that more, I feel, than for her to just keep lying and saying, no, that's not it. That's not it. The one thing that I do have to say about Jacob is not everyone understands sarcasm. I come from a family of sarcasm, and that's how we relate to each other. But I had to learn that not everyone understands it, not everyone likes it. So you have to know when to use it, when it's appropriate. And I feel like maybe he could have done that more, is tone it back a bit. And for example, when the exercise came and he said that he found her kneecaps attractive, maybe, I don't think that was an appropriate time to say that. But then again, at that time, maybe he was just done and was just throwing stuff out there. Who knows? But she was just a mean person, and I can't.